Um, Good morning, students. In this video we are going to discuss about the topics called Agile software development. Right, in this topic we are going to discuss about the what are all the Agile methods available, what is the difference between the plan driven approach and the Agile development methods, and what is an extreme programming and the Agile project management. These are the topics we are going to discuss today. Right, first we are moving about the what is an Agile. Right, the Agile, which is called as the rapid software development. We are all very well known about the what is a rapid development. In a day-to-day life, we are going to develop the software as a rapid manner, right? So software will be developed and delivery is the important part of the software life cycle, right? We have to bring that software fast as well as the based on our requirements changing methods, right? It will include the specification, design, implementation, or all implemented, right? It is a special part of the or the series of versions of the rapid software development. The user interface, it is often used in this rapid software development, right? In earlier days the agile methods will be used. It will only the traditional methods will be only focused on the code rather than the design, right? The traditional method will be focusing on the iterative development method, and it is used to do only the deliver the products based on the timeline only. In this scenario or the situation, we are going to introduce a topic called agility. It will overcome the all the problems which is available in a traditional method, right? The agility means it will provide the rapid and responsive and adaptive response to change and effective communication among all the stakeholders. We are all very well known about who are all the stakeholders available: user, developer, and the management people, or the some of the stakeholders available. It will draw the attention to the customer into the team. A development team should have the customer also in one of the team member also available. Then organizing a team so that we can perform the end user, the good result will be available, right? This is called as the agility or the agile method, right? The main manifesto of the agile method is the individuals and the interaction will be processed over the tools. We are rather than the designing or specifying the tools, we are only concentrating on the tools, the working software rather than the documentation. We are only focusing on the software development and the software functionality rather than the documentation purpose. The customer collaboration is the main motto in this agile methodology, right? The responding to the change is very much available in this agile manifesto, right? So these are the plans or the manifesto which is available in this agile manifesto, right? The principles of agile management. In this principle we are having a customer involvement, incremental delivery, people not the process, and they embrace the change and maintain the simplicity. First, the customer involvement. In a project we have to collaborate with the customer. The customer should have the knowledge or idea about the what are all the software we are going to develop, what is the end of the product, and what is the life cycle we are going to follow. That's all, each and every corner will be understood by the customer, right? Then the day-to-day increment will be or the updation will be delivered to the customers based on the customer feedback. We are going to based on the customer feedback we are going to change the software, right? And then we are only process on the process, I mean we are only process on the design of the coding, not the people of the process, okay? It will accept the change which is available in this available or given by the customer, right? Then maintain the simplicity, right? The software should be simple one and it is easily understandable by the user, right? So these are all the principles of the agile methods, right? So this is the topics we are going to discuss here, right? The next one we are having agile method applicability, right? Where all we are going to apply the agile methods, right? We are going to apply the agile method for a small or medium size of product, right? So if it's a product will be small and the stages of the product will be very similar, or the minimum mean we are going to apply the agile method, because their focus will be on the only the small product, tightly integrated teams, and the problem will be very minimum. So that we are going to apply this method, right? So far we are having a different kinds of the advantages also available, but now we are having some problems with that agile method also, right? The first and the foremost problem will be the interest of the customers, right? Interest of the customers will be very difficult one, right? The second one will be the team member, the size of the team members will be also the difficult and the tedious part, right? And third, we are having the prioritizing the changes in a customer. They are changing the requirement in a periodical manner, mean we have to update the changes periodically. So this is the main drawbacks in this agile method, right? Maintaining the simplicity will bring the lot of works or the hard work to the developer, right? The contracts may be having a different kinds of the problem, so that this is the main problems in this agile methods, right? The next one, agile methods and the software maintenance. Here we are using the two issues, right? We are will focusing on the two issues. The first one, whether the system will be developed based on the agile methods or agile approach, right? It will based on the user or the customer feedback. Can second one, the agile methods can be effectively involved in the particular system. So these are all the two issues will be we have to solve, right? Then next, the plan driven and the traditional or plan driven approach or a traditional approach versus the agile development. In a plan driven approach, we have a documentation. Based on our documentations, we are going to follow that documentation. We have to follow the rules and regulations of the each and every documentation. Everything will be written in a document, so we are going to follow only over the documentation. It is mainly focuses on the documentation, but in the case of agile methodology, we are only focuses on the customer feedback. The particular interval of time we are going to get the feedback from the customer. Based on the feedback, we are going to deliver the product. So that this is the difference between the plan driven and the agile methods, right? The next, we are going to discuss about the pictorial representation of the plan based development and the agile development. In the agile development, we are only gather the requirements and directly we are design and implement the product. After the implementation, we are giving the product to the customer. Based on the customer feedback, we are going to change the design of the product, right? So this is the main part of the agile method. But in the case of plan driven approach, we first gather the requirement, then writing the requirement specification, and then we are designing that part, right? If any changes occurred, we are going to once again repeat all the process once again. So this is the difference between the plan driven and the agile specification, right? So this is the topics we have so far discussed here, right? So thank you guys.